Hello, this is a Yangchang grand piano, 175 centimeters long. That's 5'9" long, made in 1986 and just come back into stock. We sold it about 20 years ago. Let's have a look at the case first of all, and they've kept it extremely well. This is a mahogany wood and it's bright, but it's no fading on it at all as far as I can see. So in pristine, almost perfect condition. We do have our polyester expert coming in soon to tidy up any very light scratching that there is, but really it has been kept very well. I know it's polyester, so you can't see very well because of the reflection, but I'll try to go around the whole piano. Also, it's hard for you to see what's reflection and what's actually just that there is the only thing on this part, so we'll get that looked at, and this on the back of the piano, and then around the sides of the piano. Again, well, it's so reflective you can't see much at all. I'm sorry about that, but it is practically perfect. The top lid as well, there is some light scratching here. Yes, you can pick that up on the video, I think. So that'll be attended to too. Can't guarantee they'll be 100%, but certainly a lot better than it is. And there's no fade line. What you often get on the polyester pianos is a fade line here, which you can't really get rid of. But there's no fade line here, so I lift the lid up. We mentioned that many times before. If you've got a bright wood piano, especially if it's not black, and try and keep it closed and open, sort of sometimes closed, sometimes open, and then it will fade evenly. That's just a slight blemish. It's probably, again, we'll be able to get rid of that. And the size of the music stand tells you how much it's been used. Not hugely, not huge scratching there, and on the music desk itself. So all that will be tidied up. The keys are pretty perfect. There's a very slight line on them. You can't really see them on the video, I don't think, but we'll try and get rid of that completely. It's not very noticeable, really. We have actually tried to improve it already, but we need to put it on the buffing wheel, I think. There's an old sticker, the phone number in like that. Nowadays we don't put the phone number on, and that's a fully black. Nowadays we have transparent. One thing I was very impressed on this piano is the pedal height. We talked a lot about pedal height before, but that is actually 4.5 centimeters from the floor, which is excellent. It means you can raise the piano off on caster cups if you want to. Now the legroom is already half centimetre higher than average, 62 centimetres, so you could certainly accommodate a tall person. And the inside is, again, very well kept indeed. We've actually cleaned it out a bit. It was slightly dusty, so we're just trying to improve the piano as much as we can, really. So there's a serial number there that dates it for us to 1986, and as you can see, everything looks not quite like new, but almost. So it's like a hardly used piano as well. We'll look at the hammers now to see how much it's been used. Looking at the hammers, we can see there's not a huge amount of wear. The fact that they're slightly woolly looking means they've been worked on, and really they're quite rounded still. We need to voice it, so don't think we need to reface it really. But looking at the hinges, they're very tight, and looking at the wear on it generally, not a huge amount. If we look at the roller, that's another way of telling how worn it is, and the hammers are reasonably high up, so not a huge amount to do, but we do need to raise the hammers slightly, as you can see for these two here that I've note 40 and 41. The springs are working well on all of them. That's the 40 and 41, but the next one too, that's 42, works well. So the springs seem to be good. We don't need to adjust those. So there's bits of regulation. The set off going a bit closer, and you see might see the whiteness there. That's talc that I put on those just to see if it makes any difference, and slightly smoother really. So new pianos have talc here, and that usually wears off, so that's something we do. We're just trying to improve as much as we can. I think we probably lubricate the balance rail too. As we'll see in a minute, there's slight variation in the weighting. So here's the worksheet we've made, and that's a summary at the top of the things I've already said mostly, I think. Everything's very good condition indeed. There's a few little details here, like a missing rubber which is on the side of the keyboard, which will obviously be replacing. And this is the key weighting, which we put a lot of attention to, as you will have seen in previous videos. So 65 is really too high, so that will be lubrication mainly, and maybe a little bit of weighting afterwards. We'll have to see, but probably mainly lubrication. Not been used for a long time, I don't think. We had to pitch raise it quite a bit, which is a sign that it's not been tuned for a long time. So generally on the high side, good. That's 38 is measuring the up weight, so that's good. It means if we reduce the down weight, there won't be a problem for the up weight. Sometimes if we reduce the down weight too much, the hammer doesn't come, but basically the key won't return. There's not enough down weight, so that's not really a problem there. So that's a Yangchang grand piano, 175 centimeters long. That's 5'9" long. Just come back into stock. Kept very well by the previous owner, as you'll have seen on the video, and not used intensively either, so it's got plenty more use left in it. We've got to fine regulate it. If you try and play really quietly, it doesn't quite get as much control as I'd like to. By the way, you can use the unicorder to phrase here. Very useful having the unicorder pedal to phrase, just one like that and one like that. I often use it, and if the hammer's a voice, so the unicorder pedal has more contrast, that's ideal. Very warm tenor area. Very enjoyable piano to play. I could play all day long. I hope that's been helpful. If you're interested in the piano and would like to try it out, especially during the lockdown, we have some special deals for that. Please write to us, info@robertspianos.com. Thank you very much for listening.